Have you noticed that even though now we have more entertainment, more technology, more convenience, more stimulation, people seem more exhausted, emotionally numb, lonely, and unfulfilled than ever before? And I think a huge reason for that is because we completely misunderstood dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the happiness hormone, but dopamine is not happiness. Dopamine is motivation. It's the chemical that literally makes you pursue, move, want, seek, and do. And this is where modern technology becomes dangerous, because your phone is constantly hijacking the very system that was meant to help you build your life. Every single scroll, every notification, every short video, every single film you watch, it is giving your brain tiny bursts of stimulation. Not fulfillment, stimulation. And that's the scary part. Your brain actually starts adapting to it. And see, your brain is always trying to stay efficient. So when it gets used to extremely high levels of fast stimulation, normal life starts feeling emotionally flat. And suddenly things like reading can be hard, or one task can just simply feel extremely boring. You can't focus properly, right? Or you just don't feel motivated at all. You feel extremely lazy. But the truth is, most people are actually not lazy. Their brain is just simply overstimulated. And that overstimulation destroys your sensitivity to normal rewards. And this is why people can spend 5 hours scrolling and still feeling empty afterward. And that simply because the dopamine alone does not create the fulfillment. It creates the pursuit. And the problem is that social media gives us endless pursuit with no real satisfaction. At the end, your brain keeps thinking, maybe the next video, maybe the next post, maybe one more scroll, and then I'll stop, right? Or something like that. Meanwhile, your real life actually starts losing colors. The walk outside, conversations with people, the sunrise, the quiet moments, and the process of building something meaningful. All of these things give you slower dopamine, healthier dopamine actually, not the huge dopamine spikes, but the stable energy over time. And this is where people misunderstand the idea of a dopamine baseline. Your dopamine baseline is basically your brain's normal level of motivation and drive throughout the day. When you literally consistently overload your brain with instant stimulation, your baseline will drop, meaning you need more stimulation just to feel back at the norm. That is why some people wake up already tired, already unmotivated, already needing to reach for their phone and needing the distraction. Not because they're weak, but because their nervous system has adapted to constant intensity and stimulation. And the beautiful part about it is that your brain can recover. You can rebuild your dopamine sensitivity, and you can actually train your brain to enjoy life again. But this is where most people mess up. They try to change their entire life overnight, and they decide that tomorrow I'll wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm gonna delete every app, I'll start working out, I'll start being and living this healthy lifestyle. And then 3 days later they crash and don't do anything, because their transformation was built through intensity and not consistency. Your brain changes better through repetition and not actually massive motivational moments. So instead of trying to become perfect overnight, start small. And the first thing I would recommend is fixing your sleeping schedule. Literally wake up at the exact same time in the morning, go to bed early, and if you feel disconnected from your body, do 2 minutes of stretching in the morning, or do 2 minutes of push-ups, whatever it is, just something to move your body. You don't need a lot. You need to just stay consistent. And you need to slowly teach your nervous system that real life is rewarding again. And the crazy part is that things that truly heal us are usually simple. It's just some sleep, just some sunlight, just some presence, some purpose, some building something meaningful. And the modern world has literally convinced us that happiness comes from consuming more. But real fulfillment actually comes from feeling more, from being more present, more alive, more in tune. Because at the end of the day, none of us were designed to consume life endlessly. We were designed to actually live it.